program, Catholicism, or aviation, or any other questions?
Do I do this?
I think there's a. Thank you so much. Right there, right in the hat, with the hat right above you, Fish. And then.
I guess you talked about the piece being a time machine and being related to these really specific years. And I'm wondering how, for you, it relates to right now. I feel like something I wrote down during it was Bad Bunny's album just came out, and
Who?
Bad Bunny. And the last song on the album specifically, I just listened to a lot, and because I listened to a lot, now it's here, and it's in what I'm seeing. It's in like grief, and it's in like missing, and yeah. What for you is about right now with this?
Oh. So, back to that word epic. You know, okay, I'm going to say a lot of things. Let's see if I can organize them. I feel like, as an artist, you're always kind of hoping to understand how to respond to the time you're in, or how to speak with the time. I think as a triple earth sign, I'm also highly aware of the limitations of what a dance could do to appease the horrors of the world, which feels so overwhelming to me. You know, we're in this moment of like alleged ceasefire in Palestine, where fires are burning in LA. We're about to have this fascist, horrible person back, you know, as voted in by the majority. Yeah, exactly. It's like, but it's also never not a terrible time. So it's kind of, for somebody at least, right? So of course it has been greatly discussed in relationship to this kind of fake nostalgia of the MAGA movement. So there is something for me about that. I don't want to be arrogant to think I could answer the time, but I live in the time, and I'm affected by the time. And so much of art making for me, again, this is for me, maybe is kind of Jungian somehow. It's like archetypal. It's like a thing that's kind of moving through me. And like the whole time I was making this, I was very like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, what the fuck is this? Like, why am I making a dance? Like a dance? You know, like how dare? Like it felt like irresponsible, isn't it? But I just felt compelled to stick with it because I do think dance offers us a way into experiences of meaning and connection and possibility that are so much more interesting and intelligent than the stupidity of the world. Language has not always served us. Politics sure as fuck hasn't always served us. Power always disappoints us, even when we put these demagogues before us, we think are going to solve the problems. And we are going to solve our own problems. We're seeing that, right? We're seeing LA, that's mutual aid that's going to help LA. And I feel like in the studio, like the studio, the experience of being in the studio, there's something so beautiful in that room. The jokes, the dumb jokes, the sex, what you do this weekend, the like flirting, like, oh my God, that person, did you see the tea? You know, there's so much richness in that feels like it is about life. And that has been, for me, quite frankly, I'll be very honest, like an anti-suicidality strategy my whole life. Left to my own devices, it would not work. But having that thing to show up for, having the others to show up for, and then having a common purpose, right? So basic in a way, but having a common purpose, to me feels like the now that I can be with, right? There's so many horrible nows. So yeah, I guess maybe it's on me to sort of not close my eyes to that, because it's there. But I know this as a queer person, you build your own fucking world. You got to.